So, diddly-dum-dum, British Strongman podcast. Today we're going to talk about the truth about liquid chalk. What's the problem with liquid chalk? There's a lot of controversy, a bit of aggro throwing about. So, what's the issue, Shane?
Well, it's just a Grip Jizz chalk, isn't it? It's been banned from Glen Ross's comps, and Brown's, the 100... what's it called? CA Promotions, whatever it is. And Luke's banned it as well from the Chaos Strength Promotions that run quite a lot of entry-level beginner comps. So it's caused a bit of a stir. And me personally, I can kind of see both sides of the argument. But I do think that it could have been handled a lot better, to be perfectly honest with you. That's my opinion.
So how has it been handled? I haven't seen.
This is as far as I know, and I could be a little offbeat, and they might have had a private conversation before this happened, but it's just come out that, they've all posted publicly that you can't use Grip Jizz in the competitions, because the problem with the Grip Jizz is it's got like something else in it. And when you lather it on equipment, like when people put it on farmers' handles, for example, you can't really get it off without, it's hard to get off. And I think they're aware that it fucks equipment. And their side of the argument is, well, you're supposed to put it on your hands and not on the equipment, which is why it's getting ruined, because people, I'm sure, I've had it in the gyms that I've ran, people have had Grip Jizz and they've come in, put a lot of liquid chalk on their hands and wiped it across my deadlift bar. And then my deadlift bar is bright green and it's taken me an hour or two to wire brush it off. Obviously, if you do that to farmers' handles, you're scraping off all the paint and stuff that's on them. And then you end up with these smooth handles, one handle slightly different to the other handle. So it is a ball ache, admittedly.
So that's the issue. So that's the issue from the comp organizer's perspective, is that they can't be consistent with the implement. Because if one's like, say, even for instance, like a log, and one's been covered in, say, liquid chalk, and then it's been cleaned off, and then it's resulting in a smoother surface, whereas the other one might be a little bit rougher. So basically, you can't have the even head-to-heads.
You spend all this money on nice kit. Like one of Luke's things that he said was, someone's lathered his farmer's handles in it. He spent 400 quid on them farmer's handles. You know what I mean? And then you've got to go and do whatever you got to do to. And he's bought 2 of them so that he can run head-to-heads in comps. And now one's plastered in this liquid chalk. But, in my opinion, it could have been handled, like I say, a little bit differently. Like even just a private message to Marcus. Like maybe the guy's not aware that his tacky messes up kit. Maybe he could put a warning label on the bottle of tacky. Do not apply this to kit. It's designed for your hands. Or maybe they could just, in the rules briefing, say, look, if you lather my kit in liquid chalk, you're ruining it. So you're banned from competitions if you purposefully come and, ruin the kit. I don't know. I just think that, at first I thought it was just Luke that had done it. And I thought to myself, fair enough, it's his kit, his comp. If he wants to do that, it's up to him. But when it's like 3 quite big organisers of competitions, I do think it's could have been handled a little bit more. What's the word? With just with Marcus in mind, because obviously it's his business, his chalk, innit? And he might not have been aware of the fact that it can do this damage to kit. Or maybe he is aware and he thinks, fuck it. And then in which case, then maybe that's been dealt with behind closed doors and, we don't know about it.
Like, what is the issue? What's it doing to kit? It just doesn't come clean. Like, what's the issue with like keeping it on? Like, is it just a cosmetic thing? Is it just because it looks
well, it's
funny?
Bright green and it's got something else in it. It's like, I don't know, if he says it's like sticky, and when you use it, it is a little different. And for example, I put some on, like, when you put liquid chalk on like a yoke underneath it to stop it slipping if there's not tape on it. Usually you do that, and within 2 or 3 weeks, you can't even tell you put liquid chalk on it, can you?
Yeah.
I put liquid chalk, the Grip Jizz, on a yolk. It's like been 3 months, it's still there. Like, it just doesn't go. So unless you literally scrub it and, you know, almost sand it a little bit, it doesn't seem to come off when it's on metal, and it goes a bit weird, and it makes like there's some of my log handles at the moment, and I actually kind of like it because it's grip, but it makes like I don't know, instead of being smooth, my log handles, they're kind of bumpy. I can't really explain it. It goes weird anyway.
Yeah.
So you've got to clean it. So obviously what they're on about is, you know, like Luke's running these comps with 50 competitors, and you can't keep an eye on everybody all the time, and people are just walking over and slapping chalk on everything. And then at the end of the comp, he's looking at his kit like, for fuck's sake. So in his eyes, he's like, well, if I just ban that type of chalk, I remove the issue.
Yeah.
So I do, like I said, I do see that point of view.
I'll hold my hand up. I'm one of those first people that'll go and chalk up any implement, you know, like say the yoke or farmers or dumbbell or log or whatever. And I do find it's helpful.
It's fine with normal liquid, because what you can do is, you know, you just wipe it off in two, you know what I mean? It just wipes off. But the problems, the Grip Jizz is different. That's why people are saying you can't single out a one liquid chalk company. It's not fair, and I do agree, but it's also not the same product. It's different, you know what I mean? It's like it's not the same, which is why there's the issue cropped up. But like I say, if it was me, I would have sent Marcus a DM or something to me and just gone, look, mate, there's an issue here with your product. It does this and this. Is there any chance you could put something on the website or, you know, on the bottle to just make it a bit more clear that it does do this? And then at the start of the competition, tell people as well, like, if you're going to liquid chalk the implement, no Grip Jizz. You can wear it on your hands, but not on the equipment. And then, in my opinion, that would have solved it a bit more without the drama. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a fucking...
What's the drama? I've seen like a few things knocking about on Instagram stories, but like, has there been like a problem or kickoff?
Yeah, there's been a bit of a kickoff, yeah, with a lot of... It's basically two sides of the argument. Some people agree with one side, some people agree with the other side. You know, Terry Hollands posted a story about it, saying he doesn't understand why you're singling out one liquid chalk company. Loz said it as well. 3D strength. Obviously, these guys work with Marcus a lot, so they know that, you know, they know what he does for the sport and stuff. So they're kind of on his side. And then you've got the other side of it, which is the people whose kit's getting wrecked, who's saying, you know, so it's just kind of like one of them. Like I said, I see both sides of the argument. And I just think there needs to be a bit of a discussion.
Shane, why are you being so diplomatic? Are you on some fucking dodgy or something? Why are you being such a nice guy? Usually,
because even though Marcus is a little cunt and has said some stuff to me in the past.
Fucking hell, Shane! No, I'm only joking. Fuck me.
No, but I'm saying he makes good products. I might not like the guy and what he says, but he makes good products. I even buy his tacky. You know,
tacky's great.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So I don't think.
To be honest, I love that. I love that Grip. Yeah, I think it's really good. But...
Yeah, I use it as well. I think it's good. I use this product, which is why I see his side of the argument. But I do also own a gym. Well, I used to actually. I don't own a gym, but I've seen it wreck kit. So I'm very aware that it wrecks kit. So like when I go and train strongman and use the Grip Jizz, I do not put it on kit because, like, you know, when you own a gym and you've bought stuff and invested in stuff, you have to take care of it, don't you? And you don't go and do it to somebody else's. So
yeah, that's it. Like, say, for, like an example that I can think with the whole kind of liquid chalk thing is like using the, you know, like I've got 4 deadlift bars. I've got 3 Texas deadlift bars and a Cerberus deadlift bar. And what are they, like 500-600 quid a pop or something? So like $2,000 worth of deadlift bars that they just get clogged up with shite. The knurling gets clogged up with crap really, really easily, which I know if you're using straps or whatever, then it's fine. But like, say if you're trading for a deadlift ladder or whatever, and then there's just, you know what a new Texas deadlift bar is like. It's like so aggressive, isn't it? And it just sticks to you. But if they get clogged up and you're having to clean it off and whatnot, then yeah, great. So what side are you on? What's your opinion then, Shane? Should it be banned or should it be fine?
I think that, let me say first of all, I was joking about calling you little cunt marks, by the way. But I think, like I said, I think it should just be more clear. Like I do think it shouldn't be on kit. It wrecks kit. So there's two options. Either Marcus can change whatever it is in his liquid chalk, so it don't wreck kit, and then there's no problem. Or if he believes that whatever liquid chalk is the thing that separates him in the market, then I totally understand that as well. If it is of benefit, but he just needs to be more clear that it can wreck kit and that it's designed for hands only. And then the comp organisers have to take some responsibility and make sure that at the start of the comp, they make it clear. And then, in my opinion, I don't really think there's a problem if everyone does.
Great stuff. Diddle-a-dum-dum.